There's a very hot topic going on across all industries in our country right now. If COVID taught us something, it taught us that we can pivot our workplace locations and work from home successfully. Many companies are now requiring their employees to return to work. Our governor in our state just announced that he is putting forth an executive order to require all employees to return to the workplace, the physical location. Why is this happening? Once again, COVID taught us that we can have our employees work from anywhere and still be successful. We were mandated to stay home for several weeks, some places a few months, and every workplace who could have people work from home had people work from home. And guess what? It was successful. We learned that as a result of mandatory stay-at-home requirements during that time. Why is this happening? Why are companies requiring employees to come back to work after several years of working from home, or having the option to work from home, or having the option to do both, to have a hybrid option? So why are we requiring our employees to go back to work permanently 5 days a week? A lot of leaders believe that collaboration, innovation, and company culture suffers without a physical presence. And that's just not the case. There are so many ways that you can have collaboration, innovation, and a very healthy culture when your employees are happy, when they can choose where they work, the location that they work from. There's plenty of data that proves that employees are productive wherever they work from. They don't have to be in a physical office setting in order to be productive. There's a lot of data to prove that people are more productive when they are able to choose where they work. They might be more productive in a private home office with very little distractions. They might be more productive in a local coffee shop where they don't have people doing drive-by meetings or water cooler conversations and taking time out of their day to actually get work done. When people have the option to work from home or choose where they want to work from, they are less likely to burn out. They are less likely to look for another job. They report a much higher job satisfaction. So why would productivity be such a concern? There's, like I said, a lot of data out there that productivity increases when employees have the option of where they want to work from. So think about it. Our governor, like I said, just put into order that employees are now required to work from the office. This means that the commute time could be up to an hour or more. Some places commute time is 2 hours one way. So that's 4 hours out of your day in a car, not being productive. You might be able to take a call, but you are going to be somewhat distracted, and that's just not a wise choice. So use those hours to work from home and be productive. It's not fair to ask the employees to spend 4 hours in their vehicle to get to work just so you can physically see them and set your eyes on them. There's always been this belief that if I can see you, you're being productive. And that's just not true. There's plenty of people who sit in a cubicle and are not productive, while there's plenty of people who sit at home and are extremely productive. What's going to happen? We're already seeing people saying on social media, on LinkedIn, I'm looking for another job because my company just required me to be in the office. I don't want to spend 4 hours in the car, so I'm looking for a company that offers remote work and would appreciate my skill set. Companies need to be prepared to lose some of their top talent. People are going to look for the options of when they can do their work and when they can perform, regardless of the hours. If they can get their job done, if they can be productive, if they can deliver results, and they can do that from home, that's the company they're going to look for. Companies need to be prepared to lose some of their top talent. It's very unfortunate that we're not allowing employees to choose their work environment, and we will be at risk of losing some of our best employees. I used to be a headhunter, and what we would do in times like this is we would watch those announcements. We would watch those announcements for companies that are laying off or companies that might be changing process and procedure. So a perfect example, when we require employees to come back to the physical workplace, other organizations who allow remote work are going to go get those employees and start recruiting them. They will say, I just noticed the announcement that your company is requiring you to return to the office. We offer remote work. If you're interested in exploring opportunities with our organization, we'd love to have a conversation with you. So companies will start poaching your employees, because if your employees are not happy, they will be motivated to leave, and they will be motivated to go to an organization that they are a fit for and that offers remote work. So be prepared for that. That is not something organizations want to have happen. I've always said performance is the key. It's not about whether or not you see somebody's eyeballs in the workplace. It's about whether or not they're delivering and performing and bringing the results and meeting expectations. Regardless of where their work location is, they need to be meeting expectations. If they're meeting expectations, they're a good employee. And there's no reason to require them to come into work just so you can meet eyeball to eyeball. There are so many different tools out there. There's a tool out there called Gathering, where it's really cute. People have these little caricatures and they are walking on the computer. These little cartoon characters they're walking on their computer to their conference room, and their little characters are sitting at a table in a conference room. Everybody's working remotely, but they're all tuned in to a conference room through this app called Gathering, and they see their little characters sitting at the table. It's a way to bring the physical aspect to remote work, and you still are gathering with your coworkers in a virtual and remote way. So there's plenty of options to make it easy to have the collaboration, to have the innovation, and still allow your employees to work from home or work from a remote location of their choice. It's also ultimately about trust. Do you trust your employees to do the work and to get the job done? If not, that's a different conversation. The conversation is not, you need to come into the office. The conversation is around how to be more productive and how to build that trust. When you have a team and employees that trust you and they have that culture of trust, they will perform. They just naturally will. People want to perform and do a good job when there is trust inside of an organization, when there is trust with their leadership, when they are being appreciated by their leadership for the work they're doing. They will naturally perform better and be more productive. So if you're an organization that is considering requiring your employees to come back to the physical work location, I highly encourage you to reconsider. There are plenty of ways for you to bring collaboration to the organization and still allow your employees to be remote. You are at risk of losing some of your top talent. If that is a priority for your team members to be able to work remotely and still deliver and prove that they can be productive and deliver results and meet expectations, you need to be able to keep those people. You don't want to risk losing them. If you're requiring them to come back into the office and there's another opportunity out there with a different organization that allows them to work remotely, they will most likely pursue that. So just a few things to think about. We are in this culture of bringing people back into the workplace where we know people are still equally productive, if not more productive, when they're given options of their work location, whether it's remote, hybrid, or in the workplace. So food for thought. I hope this was helpful, and do consider entertaining whether or not you are going to require your employees to come back to the workplace. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe for continued helpful content around workplace culture and employee engagement.